Hello everyone, welcome back to David at Go to Hobbies. Right, more insight to what does what on a DAF truck, or very similar to other trucks. What I'm going to show you in this video will be very similar to what other trucks do. So basically the controls are very similar. So let me show you. Okay, down here, these controls here. This is for your lift axle or tag axle or mid lift or rear lift. So on this one is a middle lift axle. In other words, it's the second steer axle, what I normally call a tag axle. Right, on this one, on a DAF truck, that is between the rear driving wheels and the front steering wheels. Okay, so when you push it up to bring it up to the suspension, or press it down to drop it onto the road. When you will use this is if you're empty, save you losing traction if you've got it down, because what tends to happen, your rear axle will spin because it has less traction because the tag axle's down, because it's obviously taking a bit of weight off the rear axle, and you lose traction because you haven't got that axle up. So this one here is if you've got a bit of weight on, right, and you want a bit of extra traction on your drive axle, you push this one, and what happens, if you look at it, it shows it is lifting, transferring the weight off the middle axle, which is the lift axle, and putting it onto the rear axle, which it does. If the weight of the vehicle is greater and it won't allow you to lift that tag axle or mid lift up, right, this is the only other options you've got. So you push that up and it basically takes a bit of weight off of this axle, right, and transfers that onto the rear axle, so you get more traction. Because if you're in like a slippery situation, maybe mud, ice, snow, or whatever, that will help you. But obviously you're going to have traction control engaged, don't you? Don't forget that. Sometimes traction control can be a hindrance, but also a godsend. So bear that in mind. In the next video I'll tell you a few other things as well. But again, just to go over this is your lift axle. So basically you lift this up when you're empty or you haven't got a lot of weight on. Alright? And you will use this other button, which is transferring weight onto the rear axle. It will lift up the tag axle a little bit to transfer the weight onto the drive axle to help you get out of a sticky situation. But there's another option. If you can't get the traction you need and the axle's just spinning, don't dig yourself in a big hole. What you need to do is stop, put it in neutral, apply the handbrake, yeah, make sure it's in neutral, and engage your diff lock. It's up and it pushes on. Right, then you select whichever direction you want to go, whether it be forward or reverse. That will engage your diff lock, and if it's very slippery, press that one as well, and that will transfer the weight off your lift axle onto your rear axle to give you more traction. Hopefully I'll do that before I forget it, otherwise in the morning when I start it up I'll have it engaged, and I don't really want that to happen. So there you go. Any questions, let me know in the comments below. Yeah, if you're not sure. But another point is this will be similar on most trucks. It might not be in that position on your truck, but this is a DAF, so that's where they've put it on the DAF. Any questions, let me know in the comments below, and hopefully you'll find this video helpful. So again, if you're not sure about something, ask the question. I'm not infallible. you know, I get stuck on things sometimes and I'm not sure what does what and how to do this. But it's all about learning, isn't it? So hopefully you found the video interesting. Please leave a comment down below. Please like, share and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care everyone. Bye for now.